There was so much hype leading up to the Avengers Endgame trailer that we officially got today. I've been reading all the comments and I really do appreciate everybody's support. I really appreciate everybody who has supported me since the start of this channel and over these last few weeks with the trailer watch and the Russo Brothers Q&A. You really have no idea how much it means to me to read all of these thoughtful comments where you guys tell me how much you enjoy my channel. This last week, with all the excitement, it definitely hasn't been a one-man show. I've had help from sources that allow me to get you all the information that you enjoy so much. That being said, I thought it would be something really special to have one of these sources come on my channel and give you his perspective on the new trailer. He's a film editor and he works directly with IMAX. He's in the industry with Marvel and all other types of film companies. He helped me keep you all up to date with the Russo Brothers Q&A, and his Twitter handle is @I'mAFilmEditor. It's awesome to have him here. His name's Vaughn. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, absolutely. It's great to be here, Cosmic. I've been a fan for a long time, and I want to thank you guys for following me on Twitter and Instagram and keeping up to date with my adventures at the Avengers Infinity War Q&A with the Russo brothers. It was so great to meet them and geek out with them and talk about how Marvel got me into film editing. It was great to show you guys photos and pictures and keep you up to date with Cosmic about everything that happened. That was such a fun day, and great to meet all you guys on Twitter.
Yeah, it was great working with you on that, and I'm glad you're here. So let's just dive right into this trailer. So it starts off with Tony Stark with a very intense scene. It's Tony recording a message to Pepper in case she finds it, because there's really no way to get it to her. We know that he lost communication with Pepper and his AI Friday as he was leaving Earth. He just lost to Thanos, and now he's dying because he's ran out of food and water, and he's about to run out of air, and it just kind of seems like he's given up.
Yeah, well, I mean, what a great way to open the trailer. I mean, I was discussing it with a lot of people when we were predicting about what this trailer is going to be like, and I said you have to show the cost of the decimation, as they call it, or the snap, because you have to show that there was consequence to what happened. There was consequence to our heroes losing, and now they're just like us at the end of Infinity War while the credits were rolling. They're feeling the impact too. I mean, not only has Tony presumably in his mind lost Pepper forever because he's, stranded in space on the Milano, he also lost Peter Parker, the kid that he was mentoring and promised that he would never let anything happen to. So it's a very depressing and somber opening to the trailer, but I always said you had to open it this way so you can show the cost of the snap and what that did to our characters.
And not only could Tony not stop Thanos from performing the snap and wiping out half of the universe, but now he's stranded in space and he's about to die. And they did a really great job creating a ominous vibe with the music and the visual effects of this teaser.
Yeah, and what a great color palette to open this scene on, because it shows the vastness of the cosmos and how alone Tony must feel being one human being in the vastness of space. So I really love what the Russo brothers chose for this color palette. It shows how lonely and ominous it must feel. Very eerie to be in that position.
Absolutely, and I feel like he doesn't only just feel this hopelessness because he's about to die, but he also feels this extreme weight knowing that he couldn't save the people that he loved, like you mentioned, Spider-Man.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially how we talk about how Tony Stark enters Ebony Maw's ship and Pepper cuts off due to the connection that they lose. I always predicted that she was going to tell him that she was pregnant, and maybe she is pregnant, maybe she just didn't want to reveal it to him. I definitely think that Tony Stark will have a kid in this movie, and I feel like there was a specific reason why they cut Pepper off, not just due to the connection, but I think she was going to say something that was vastly important that's going to tie back into this, and Tony's going to have and feel even more guilt for having left in the first place.
And he's stranded in space, so he doesn't even know if Pepper's alive right now or if she was victim to the snap. That makes his already hopeless message that much more hopeless. And that sort of sets the scene for the rest of the trailer. And then we move on to the Marvel Studios logo.
Too soon, Marvel. The logos bring us back to the memories of sitting through those credits and what we just experienced in Infinity War.
Yeah, I think as Marvel intended, that just hit a lot of people right in the feels.
And then we transitioned into the ranch that we saw Thanos resting at the end of Infinity War, and this ties right back into that quote he has with Doctor Strange when he says, "I finally rest and watch the sunrise on the grateful universe." And you definitely see that. You see his destroyed gauntlet, and he's brushing the flowers and plants as he's walking by, and it seems like, because all of his armor is on the Scarecrow, it seems like if you look closely, he's wearing new material as clothes, and it definitely looks like, or they're actually alluding to Farmer Thanos.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's Farmer Thanos right from the Infinity Gauntlet Saga comic book. And I love when they pay tribute to the comics and take things from the comics and put them in the movies. So then we go to this next scene where we have the Avengers are all together. Thor's back with the Avengers because he came down in Wakanda. And they're all together and they're all just defeated. Black Widow was talking about how Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do, and they couldn't stop him. We can see Steve Rogers crying, and then we see Banner looking at the heroes that are missing. They say missing because they don't know if these heroes are victims of the snap or not. They don't know where Scott Lang or Peter Parker is because they haven't really been involved since the events of Civil War. So they don't know if they're alive or they're dusted, and of course we know that Scott Lang is alive and Peter Parker is dust. They don't know if Shuri is dust or alive right now, which is kind of weird because they were in Wakanda, so maybe she's dust, even though the Russo brothers said she wasn't. But also Hawkeye, they don't know where he is. He wasn't involved in the events of Infinity War either.
Yeah, because everybody was discussing about where Hawkeye was in Avengers Infinity War, and in this movie we're going to find out why he was absent. So in this scene, it definitely looks like Black Widow has tracked him down in Japan. And we've heard from previous rumors and leaks that there are going to be scenes that showcase the Yakuza, who are basically gangsters and ninjas in Japan. And it seems like from this trailer that Hawkeye, aka Ronin, has hunted some of them down. And it seems like the Yakuza leader who's laying dead in front of Ronin is no other than Hiroka Sanada, who was cast in an unspecified role in Avengers Endgame. But now, it seems like from this trailer, we can tell that he's actually playing the Yakuza cult leader. And it seems like the rumors and the leaked set photos of Ronin on set of Avengers Endgame came out to be true because his outfit's new, he has a new style of bow and arrow, and he has the short haircut that we saw from the set photos. So he looks really awesome.
Yeah, he does look really awesome, and I love the swords. Steve Rogers says they lost a part of themselves, and that's exactly why Clint ditched the Hawkeye persona and became Ronin. Because he most likely lost his family to the snap, which made him lose a part of himself.
And then we cut to a moment with Steve and Natasha, and it seems like Captain America is wearing the original suit that he wore in the opening fight scenes of Captain America the Winter Soldier. This is really awesome because this was actually one of my favorite Captain America suits. So if the rumors and speculations about the time travel plot of Avengers Endgame are to be true, it seems like Captain America is wearing his old S.H.I.E.L.D. agent suit from Captain America the Winter Soldier. Now I'm wondering if he found a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent suit in a Quinjet or an abandoned S.H.I.E.L.D. agent facility, or this is indeed time travel and he went back in time and now he's sporting his old suit.
And I also find it interesting that while he's talking, he's looking at a picture of Peggy. I'm wondering if this is sort of a nod to time travel as well. Or maybe he's just looking at it because he misses her and he realizes that this could be the end very soon. And you can tell that whatever plan they have is a very desperate attempt by them. And you can tell by what Black Widow says to Steve. She says this is going to work and he replies, I know it is because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
I find that line really interesting too because there's a lot of speculation that Cap is not going to survive Avengers Endgame. And we all speculated that Cap is going to die for a long time, and I still believe that. And I think this line kind of foreshadows that because Cap has lost everything back from the 40s. Bucky was brainwashed. He's barely himself. And the world just lost 50% of his population. So he's seen a lot of distress in his life. And I feel like what he means here is if they lose again, he doesn't know how he's going to live with himself or if he wants to live at all.
And then we have, finally, the title, Avengers Endgame. What the Russo brothers said that it wasn't going to be ended up being the title.
Yeah, that's an awesome title. I mean, it's very straightforward. And I said this at the IMAX premiere for Avengers Infinity War when Doctor Strange says, we're in the Endgame now. I said, that's going to be the title. Among everybody else that predicted that, and we were right.
Yeah, that's awesome, but it's just really funny how the Russo brothers trolled us like that. And then we have the final scene with Ant-Man, in which some people might be a little bit surprised because I don't know if I expected to see Ant-Man in the teaser trailer. Because the last time we saw him, he was stranded inside of the quantum realm.
Yeah, it might be shocking for some people, but I actually predicted that he would be in this trailer because I think it's important to show that he got out. And as most of us know, he was going to get out because we saw the leaked set photos of him walking around in his actual suit, interacting with past Steve and current Tony. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes down.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be really interesting. Like you said, we've had those leaks for a while. We know that they go back in time. I'm really interested to see how Ant-Man gets out of the quantum realm. But I think we're going to have to wait till the movie comes out to find that out. And speaking of, they changed the date. It was originally scheduled for May 3rd, I believe, and they changed it to April 26th.
And that was no surprise to me because the Russo brothers actually said that the movie in production was very ahead of schedule. So I'm glad this happened. We kind of anticipated it.
Which is awesome. I'm glad they moved it up, even though it's just a week sooner, but we anticipated the trailer so much.
And what an awesome teaser it was. I mean, I put on my Twitter that it was one of the best cut teaser trailers I've ever seen. I mean, it gave us the mood of the movie, it gave us the tension that the characters are going through, and the cost of what the Snap did in Avengers Infinity War. And I cannot wait to go to my IMAX theater to experience this in the IMAX aspect ratio. As most of you know, Avengers Infinity War and Avengers 4 were shot completely using IMAX cameras, which is a milestone for that format. And as if you've been following me on Twitter for a while, you know how much IMAX means to me, so I cannot wait to go and experience the trailer in this way. And if you guys remember, I actually put up a tweet that said I will be going to my IMAX theater and sharing screenshots of the IMAX aspect ratio for you all so we can see if we can see anything in the larger frame and just experience it in IMAX overall.
Which would be awesome. Experiencing the trailer in IMAX format, that would just be insane. And I'm sure you'll let us know if you find anything else in the IMAX format that we didn't see in the trailer that we saw on YouTube. And of course, if you did, I will be sure to report it to everybody.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic, and thanks, Cosmic, for having me on. I mean, this was a long time coming. We've teased to our followers that we were going to do this trailer breakdown, and it was awesome. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I'm a Film Editor. You can keep up to date with my news, my film projects, anything IMAX related, anything film related for all you film geeks out there. So thanks for having me on, Cosmic Wonder. This was awesome.
Well, thanks for coming on, Vaughn. I loved having you on my channel, and thanks for providing info to me so I can keep everybody up to date during this last week. It was crazy, but the trailer finally came, and it was awesome. And again, I just want to thank everybody for all the support that you've given me since the start of my channel all the way up until now. It means the world to me, and I just can't thank you all enough. Don't forget, crazy day, an awesome day. Thank you for all the support that you've given me. Thank you for watching all of my videos. As always, woof woof.